Plant specimens. The animals and plants that live in the benthic zone are known as the benthos. Benthos are also known as bottom dwellers. The species called infauna live buried in the sand, shells, or mud. Epifauna live attached to rocks or move over the surface of the bottom of the ocean. Nectobenthos are species that live in the bottom but move with relative ease through the water above the ocean floor. Benthos are different than every other organism that lives in the ocean. They are considered as being dominant creatures. The organisms in the benthic zone are adapted to deep water pressure, so they may not be able to survive in the upper layers of the ocean. Light does not hit the benthic zone, leaving the species there to rely on getting their energy from drifting organic matter from higher up in the water column. Therefore, most organisms in the benthic zone are scavengers or detritivores, eating the dead and decayed matter. Animal specimens. Benthic animals live beneath the water and spend almost all of their time resting, feeding, spawning, and otherwise moving around on the bottom. The benthic zone also contains benthic invertebrates. Benthic invertebrates include sessile creatures which attach to the bottom and do not move, such as corals and oysters. They also include clams, snails, crabs, sea stars, worms, and sea cucumbers. Some fish are also benthic animals. Catfish and flounders are considered benthic fish because they spend most of their time on the bottom of the ocean floor looking for food. Topography. The benthic zone starts at the shore and extends down along the bottom of the ocean. The benthic zone is not only underwater, but is located at the bottom of the ocean. Because the benthic zone has such a range of depths, many kinds of organisms may live there. The Mariana Trench is one of the most famous places that can be found in the benthic zone. The Mariana Trench is approximately 36,000 feet deep and is the deepest trench in the world. It is located south of Japan and east of the Philippines. Climate. The climate of the benthic zone is mainly cold due to the fact that it is very deep and the sunlight does not reach this far deep in the ocean. Because of the cold temperatures, there isn't much life and organisms move at a very slow pace. Most of the animals glow in the dark or produce their own light in order to find their food. The benthic zone is at the very bottom level, which is the reason for its enormous amount of pressure. In some cases, organisms may grow in size in Arctic and Antarctic waters when the dissolved oxygen content is high. If not adapted to the benthic zone, the pressure may cause organisms to explode.
There are four main food chain levels in the benthic zone, consisting of the carnivores, omnivores, herbivores, and plant life. The basis of the food chain are the small plants. A special role in the food chain is played by fungi and bacteria, which decompose the living organisms to basic minerals. Human impact. Humans have a major impact on the benthic zone by drilling for oil in the ocean floor, mining for gold and other valuable ores, fishing for sea life such as shrimp and other fish, and polluting the water. To be able to survive in the benthic zone, you will need scuba dive equipment to be able to survive underwater, goggles so you can have clear vision, and oxygen tanks to be able to breathe for long periods of time. Endangered species. The hamhead race, manatee, sea turtle, and the chinhook salmon are four main endangered species found in the benthic zone. These species became endangered due to human pollution, human involvement such as oil rigs and ships, and commercial fishing.